Who is Tommy Robinson? Is he just a controversial figure? Or is there something more sinister lurking behind his far-right rhetoric? Tommy Robinson, born Stephen Yaxley Lennon, grew up in Luton. In 2009, he established the English Defence League, or EDL. The EDL was officially registered as a company on June 22, 2011. A month later, on July 25, 2011, an application was submitted to change the name to the English and Jewish Defence League, EDL Limited. On June 13, 2014, the name was changed back to the EDL English Defence League. This name remained until the organization was dissolved on April 2, 2019. Between 2011 and 2019, EDL filed mostly dormant accounts, showing no income paid to HMRC. So, how did he go from owning a tanning shop in Luton to becoming a millionaire? What is his relationship with Israel? Many people have spoken out about Robinson being an Israeli asset, suggesting his actions and financial backing are connected to pro-Israel interests. So what are they saying?
And then there are those who use the pen, who by their writings support those who do the actual fighting. I would like to be on the front line, wielding a sword in this battle, but that wasn't meant to be. So instead, I wield a pen. I'm a writer. Now, most of you don't know that, but for the past 20 years, I've written one book each year. Now, none of my books have made it to Amazon Top 10, and certainly not to the New York Times bestsellers list. The book that I just finished writing this year is entitled 2019. It's a checkbook. With this pen and my checkbook, I provide ammunition I wield a pen to provide ammunition to those organizations like ZOA who are on the front lines in this battle. Confronting the enemies of Israel and the Jewish people, and defending them against the attacks of the Islamists who wish to destroy Israel and the radical leftists and Jew haters who seek to eliminate the Jewish people everywhere. So I want to thank you, all of you, both the fighters in this room and the people who support them. And I urge you to continue to use your pen to support the ZOA so that it can continue to fight its mission on the front lines for battling for Israel and for the Jewish people. Thank you very much.
Pro-Palestinian protests have been a focal point in Robinson's rhetoric. On 1st June, during his protest in central London, Robinson launched his film Lawfare, accusing the police of being lenient towards pro-Palestinian protesters. The film and subsequent statements by Robinson have been part of a larger claim of a two-tier government. On 27th July, Tommy Robinson released another film called Silenced. The film raises the same defamatory statements that he made in court against a young Syrian schoolboy. The court found his claims to be false, so Tommy Robinson was ordered to pay £100,000 in damages. He declared himself bankrupt to avoid paying damages to the schoolboy. The film shows Tommy Robinson holding secret recordings with the witnesses who make the same defamatory statements against the Syrian schoolboy and how the teachers had been paid off to protect the Syrian schoolboy over the white boy. When a party sues for defamation and wins, it is usual for the court to also order the defendant to publish a retraction statement of the defamatory allegations. You can see from the court's summary that no such order was made against Tommy Robinson. This is why we have no statement from Robinson acknowledging that he had made defamatory statements against the Syrian schoolboy. This is why Robinson has been able to get away with making false statements to his blind followers. Since its launch, Robinson's film Silenced has been viewed by 35 million people. Robinson had a hearing on the 29th of July for contempt of court proceedings for publishing Silenced, due to an injunction against him for repeating the same defamatory claims. He escaped the UK the day before the hearing. Strangely, the court ordered a hearing date for 28th October to consider contempt of court application, so Robinson was given 3 months to spout his lies from Cyprus. It is unexplainable why the judge gave Tommy Robinson 3 months when he breached a high court order in such a deliberate way. Robinson was staying in Cyprus, in a 5-star hotel, whilst the UK was in turmoil. Robinson stoked far-right's protests across the country.
So before people get on quick and condemn the angry men, that anger is justified. Okay? I'm surprised it's took this long. And with your two-tier cowardice policing, you've actually encouraged the scenes you see tonight. You've done this. The government have done this. The police have done this. Your absolute cowardice has resulted in this. Children being butchered and murdered. And the problem is, no one can believe a word you say, because you continuously lie. Everything's a lie from you. No one trusts you. No one trusts your media. The entire nation is about to break down because of your foolish, weak, cowardly leadership. Stop the boats. Get them out of them hotels. Get them gone. Put them on boats and send them back. Okay? They shouldn't be here. They're endangering the safety of our families. Men will rise up. We're always going to rise up. They have to rise up to defend their families. You've brought this war on our shores. You've brought danger on our shores. You cowards. So that anger you're seeing, and that's just before people condemn them. Yeah? Don't call them hooligans. They're justified in their anger. Yes, there's a better way to do it, but they don't see no better way. Because you know what? The government have told them we only listen to rioters, we listen to violence. That's the message that's been sent by these bastards in control. And these weak police forces. I bet they're not as weak tonight. And no doubt they're out protecting. Anyway, that's my little rant for the night. Because it's frustrating.
So why did Tommy Robinson instigate far-right protests against Muslims and pro-Palestinian protesters? Well, according to David Miller, an anti-Zionist academic, Tommy Robinson would rather fight for Israel and not for Britain.
Benjamin Netanyahu, Palestine, I can't remember his name. And then I got my Zionist card out, which said, I am a Zionist. And I bought everything.
Well, you didn't buy nothing.
Shalom, Harry, listen, let me tell you something, yeah? If there was a war tomorrow, which there will be, because I'll probably start at the end of the session. If there was a war and it kicked off, I would be there on the front line fighting for Israel. Do you know why? Why not? Why not? It's like Celtic. I had some one of my mates' dads come up to me earlier talking about Celtic. Like, oh yeah, but Celtic Rangers. You know what I mean? Palestine. Palestine. Why would you support it?
Robinson stoked civil unrest in the UK, which led to over 1,000 of his supporters being arrested. His supporters have been convicted and imprisoned for up to 9 years for taking part in his protests whilst he enjoys a lavish lifestyle abroad. His actions have led many to question, who is Robinson really fighting for, England or Israel, and at what cost? Despite the far-right riots across the country, instigated by Tommy Robinson, which led to over 1,000 far-right supporters being convicted, the Metropolitan Police is allowing Tommy Robinson to hold another protest on the 27th of October. Why? Once again, Tommy Robinson is manipulating his supporters. Robinson is using his followers to protest and potentially cause a riot before the court hearing because he knows he breached the court order. So why is the Metropolitan Police allowing this to promote anti-black and anti-Muslim racism on the behalf of the State of Israel? Why has Robinson not been charged for terrorism linked to the riots this summer? He has only been charged under terrorism laws so far for failing to provide his passwords. Why is the police protecting an extremist? These have yet to be answered.